Hello guys, welcome back to The Crew 2 December update. That is what we are going to do. The footage that you're about to see in the next couple of videos has been recorded last week already. This footage was under embargo and we needed to wait till the embargo was lifted before we could actually post it. So I have separated it in as short videos as I could do so that I could upload them faster and bring them out as fast as I possible can. Most of these videos will be ready as we speak. Some of them might already be on the channel as we speak. I will create a new playlist we'll call December Update from the Crew 2, and in that playlist you will find all different lobbies. That means videos from PvP, videos from the Destruction Derby, which is the new discipline that comes into the game, videos from some new features, and so on. As you can see here, we are now in the headquarters, and we're gonna have a quick look around what is changed here. That will be sort of video number 1 out of a bunch that I will have available for you guys. Buy a vehicle. I don't want to buy a vehicle. Yeah, of course this is a test build. That also means that they gave us like icon 2 or something like that. That was our level that we came in here. The yellow tent, let's start with that. The yellow tent is a shop, for those who don't know yet, and there you can buy certain packs, bundles, whatever you want to call it. These, yeah, we'll start with this one here. This is the crew credits. In case that you want to buy with real money, as you can see, you can buy these crew credit packs, and that is for people that just want to go faster or that don't have much time to play or something. Then you can buy these packs, and then you can use those crew credits to buy your cars more or less faster than you would by using bucks, because then you have to play events first to get the bucks and so on. Some people don't want to wait on that and they buy these packs. Other than that, has nothing to do with exclusivity or anything like that. There are no cars, no vehicles of whatever sort, plane, boat, that you can buy only with CC. That is not the case. So in theory you don't need crew credits, but some people just like to have them about to get stuff faster. Then you can buy these packs here. Now we come to the bundles. In this build there is a season pass available. As you can see, I own it, so I cannot buy it here. I'm not even sure what the price for that thing is here. And then you have these bundle packs available. In this case they put an example in here of a Mustang pack in a way. A Mustang Strega plane and a Mustang fastback car, and the pack is called Road and Sky. In this yellow shop you will find, after the update, you will find something called the Elite Bundle. That thing will be available for about 4 weeks or so in this shop as a pack. It will include 3 cars. I will tell you in a bit, or in the next video I will tell you which of the cars will be in there. But these cars are not available separately, so you have to go for this pack if you want to have them access to them immediately. This is where to find them, in that yellow thing. We are now here in the street headquarters, I think, but it's the same in the off-road and in the freestyle and in the pro racing headquarters. It's all the same. You will find this yellow tent in all of the headquarters. Same goes for the orange bus. In the orange bus you will find something new. Well, something new. You couldn't find anything before. It was just here. It has a purpose. We just didn't know what it was. Now we do know. It's called Live Contracts. It's what I make of it is some sort of daily, weekly challenges thing. If you open that, you come into a screen. I'm assuming also this is an example for the test build here. There might be all kind of stuff and maybe a whole bunch of them. I don't know. The fact is, you can pin these things if you want. In this case, it's play 3 PvP events, jump 2000 meter with a water vehicle in free drive, and if you do that, you get a certain amount of crew credits, 1500 in those 2 cases. I also had another one available, which was drift 5000 meters in free drive, but I could pin them, or I could choose the option re-roll. And of course, curious as I was, I pressed on re-roll, And then suddenly my drift event was gone and it was replaced with this thing here at first. The low altitude rival skill. And you have to succeed 10 low altitude rival skills to get 2500 crew credits. So what I make of this orange thing here, the live contract, is some sort of daily events. And this guy is nodding constantly, so I think he agrees with me. That's yellow, that's orange, and then we have to be upstairs, passing by the leaderboard. The leaderboard, they are working on it. Already several events have been cleaned out within the hypercar, I think, rally rate as well. I'm not exactly sure which events they already cleaned out, and I'm also not sure if this overall leaderboard is already cleaned out or not. This obviously is, because we're in a test build here. They just put like some Icon 500 names on that leaderboard, but they are cleaning it out. If some of you guys have been doing stuff you were not supposed to do, they will find it out and you will be removed from the leaderboard. Your score will be set at 0, your times will be set at 50 hours or whatever, something which is not something that anybody does. In other words, you're gonna be moved to the bottom of the leaderboard. But yeah, you shouldn't have done stuff that you were not supposed to do. It's as simple as that. So they are working on that. The idea is to clean out that whole leaderboard, also the overall leaderboard, and so on. So that will be fixed. Then of course the gold tent, the one where it all is about, where a lot of people are waiting on, the live battle, aka PvP. How does that all work? That I cannot immediately show you, because we're sort of waiting on the press to come in, the gaming magazines and such, which are also invited, and then they will all certain time, let's put it that way, we have a time frame where we can play all of this certain amount of things that we have to do, and within a certain time, specific time, and then we will have players here. At this moment in time we have a bit earlier access than the press did here in this case, and the result of that is that I'm probably the only one in this game at the moment. So I will never ever find a lobby, but that doesn't matter. I can still show you sort of the general thing, how it works. You walk up here. How do you get here? Either just walking here to the headquarters. And how do you get in the headquarters? You can go through the menu of news. You can go through the activities menu. Also there you will find a live battle sort of billboard thing where you can click on, and then you also come. You always end up here. That's what it comes down to. Then you go in here and then you have live battle. If you press enter, then you get the playlists available, and that can be race, that can be mixed, and that can be special. At this moment in this test build is no mixed lobby. There is a race lobby and there is a special lobby. So you select whatever it is that you want to register for. The race in general will be ranked. You also have unranked lobbies available, or playlists. And you select whatever it is that you want. The ranked, what does that mean? That means just like in the group 1, you start as a bronze 4 player. You have 4 leagues: bronze, silver, gold and platinum. In each of these leagues you have 4 divisions. It goes from 4, 3, 2, 1. So in this case we are bronze 4 player. We have to work our way up to a bronze 3 player, to a bronze 2 player, to a bronze 1 player, to then go to silver 4. And then you go through the whole silver thing, then you come into gold, and then you go through the whole gold thing to finish in platinum. Eventually the idea is to become platinum 1, which is the highest league available. That's more or less familiar territory for those who have played the crew 1. That's the same structure. The lobbies itself. In this case, it's a race lobby. That means that means that the game selects the disciplines for you. In this case it says street racing, which means street race discipline, and the hypercar discipline. If it says mixed, for instance, then it will not have a discipline available, because then you can go into that playlist and you can select the disciplines that you want yourself. So that's more the unranked, play whatever you want lobby, and the other lobbies are more specific. In this case, street race. If we go in there, there are a few things that are playing. It's going to, first of all, you come into this matchmaking in progress. The time starts ticking, as you see. 0 players found. It is looking for players now, but as I already mentioned, I'm probably the only one in this game at the moment, so it's not gonna look. It's not gonna find players unless one of the other TPC members or so is also looking for a player list. But more than likely, they will also be recording. Speaking of that, Don B Cruz Nostra, Don B CN as his YouTube channel, Paraglider, I suck at driving, Vertical, Pindaugas, those kind of people. If you're familiar with any of them, you will see videos just as you were seeing this one now show up on their channel as well. All of us have been recording. All of us will have footage before the update is actually out, and all of us could post from this moment on. Most of them you will find on the recommended channels on the right on my page as well, for those interested. In this thing here, you can sort of scroll through this thing that is here on your screen. It will explain you a few things, like a mixed playlist is composed of events from selected disciplines, as I already mentioned before. And it explains you some more things. Let's have a quick look here. You earn or lose division points based on your ranking. That's also kind of logic. Just like in the crew one, if you have a full lobby of 8 people, the top 3 will win points, division points. Numbers 4 and 5, they will sort of stand pat with whatever points they have. And numbers 6, 7, and 8, they will lose points. And that's sort of how you go up and down within each league and within each division. If you do not have a car in a certain discipline, then the game will give you a car, and that is a loaner car. If you do use that loaner car, then you will not be able to win performance cars. You will be able to win bugs and followers and so, but not performance parts. You have to use your own car to win performance parts. You can equip these performance parts during vehicle selection if you want. You can also check a few other things which are more important when we go into the league playlist itself. As I explained, 4 divisions in each of the leagues. If you quit an event, you lose division points. So if you decide, okay, I'm gonna play, I stay in here, the race starts, and then in the middle of the race you decide like, nah, I'm out of here, or you rage quit or something like that, you're gonna lose division points. So you finish the race if you do not want to lose. That's what it comes down to. The way to get to this tent already explained, through the news menu, the activities menu, or just come from the map. 3 different ways to get here. And the rest is all a bit more, better ranking, better loot. If you have done a certain race, you can redo it by taking revenge. That is an option, a voting option that you can select, and then you can redo if you made a mistake or so on a certain track and you want to do that run so to take revenge, then you can vote on the revenge button, and then the system will take it along in the playlist selection. We come to that in a second. Browsers info, you can browse through the info of other players, their stuff, and this specific race lobby is street racing, and that means street race and hypercar events only, as I already mentioned. I'm assuming that if it's pro racing, let's put it like that, then it will be a touring car and Alpha GP, I'm assuming. And as I already mentioned, loaned vehicle will not reward you performance parts. That's sort of it. So you come into this matchmaking thing here, and while it's matchmaking, you can also have a look on the details. If you click on details, then you sort of get you an idea what you can find in this playlist. In this specific street racing playlist, you will find 18 events. These 18 events, it's always around 20 events, more or less, every day. Every day there will be about 20 events available. And today it was a street race lobby and it has 18 events. So it's a bit random. What do we have here? A couple of street races. And at the end we also have a couple of hypercar races. Now, are we all gonna play this or just gonna select it? No, not exactly. The system just tells you a few things at first. Each of these races, for instance, you take the strip south, you see collision and traffic here on the bottom of each of these races, and it's all grayed out. It's not lit up in any of them. That pretty much means the collisions are off and traffic is off. And from what I make of it, at least that's what I've been told, is that by default the collision will always be off in a race lobby. In a mixed lobby, it might be on, it might be off. For instance, if you do a mixed lobby and you have selected Destruction Derby, obviously the collisions is going to be on. That's kind of logic. But for this whole lobby, for this test here, everything is off by the looks of it. Collisions are off, the traffic is off. And also the FX is inactive. That means if you have green parts or blue parts or purple parts or yellow parts, it all doesn't matter because the FX is inactive. As long as you have 280 cars, that's the only thing that matters. So you're not gonna gain bonus from your legendary parts or whatever. Of course, this is more than likely for this test build. In a ranked lobby, more than likely the FX will always be active. In a more casual lobby, in the unranked, the possibility is there that it might be inactive. The performance level is max for all. I'm assuming. Starting to think what that means. That probably means that they're gonna give us a maximum level car. I've checked in the vehicle list that they gave us a couple of fully upgraded cars with yellow parts and everything on it, but not in street. So I'm not so sure what they're gonna do there. Maybe the game gives us street events, but I'm assuming that in most of these races, once the update is there, that it will always be max for all. You have to drive around in maximum level, unless they decide to do some races in stock or something. I don't know. I kind of doubt that. That is more or less what this specific playlist is all about. Now we have these 18 events. If I would find a lobby, which is not possible at this moment, then it's not just gonna give you like all these races. No, the game is gonna pick 4 out of these 18, and you have to vote on one of those 4, and so do the other people in the lobby, and whatever has the most votes will be raced. You do those races. After this race, you come back into this playlist lobby. The game will rumble it all up a bit, and you will get 4 events again, and then you can vote on one of those 4, and you will race that race, and it goes on like that. So if you just stay in the lobby, eventually you're gonna have to play all these 18 events, I'm assuming, depending a bit on what the system picks for you. Some of the races you might do 2-3 times, while another one you might not do in that half hour or 45 minutes or whatever it is that you play. That's more or less how it's going to work. And then the rest you can more or less see. You can see if the FX is active or inactive, and you can see if the collisions or traffic is. These are the details, and that's all the things that you can check while you are waiting on the matchmaking, which is still going 8 minutes and a half now, because there are no other players about. If you hold the quit button or the escape, in my case, then you go back to the playlist selection, and then you can go to a mixed or to a special lobby or to an unranked event and so on. So that's what you do this, and once you register for one of these playlists, then you are in matchmaking progress, and if you do find other players, you will go into the race, and then the races and the voting and everything starts. That's more or less how it works, how it looks. I will show you as quickly as possible. That was a quick overview of what has changed here in the headquarters, and also more or less how the PvP, what you have to do. You just have to walk in there, press enter, and while you're waiting on the matchmaking, you can click on details and see which kind of races are available and what are the filters that are on or off and stuff like that. That was it for this video. I'm gonna try to make these videos as short as possible, so but as I said, the videos will be out, and many of them will be out in the next 24 hours, which also means I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.